Welcome to Violin Adventures number 58. Some of you always ask me how to ship a violin, so it was time to ship back Maestro Newman's violin back to him, and so I took that opportunity to show you how I pack a violin in order to ship it. Okay, it's time to send our special violin back to its owner, Michael Newman. And some of you are always asking, how do I pack a violin to send it? So here's a demonstration. So you want a good sturdy case, and you don't want anything loose in the violin case that will move around and potentially scratch your instrument. So I have receipts. I'm going to put them in the side pocket. I've got a pen. I'm going to put that in there. And then some extra stuffing. And make sure the pocket is closed well. Then I'm taking my violin and I'm going to loosen the strings just a little bit. Now, if you're sending a violin for repair, you can loosen the strings all the way and take the bridge off. Because wherever you're sending it, and if you're sending it here, I can set it back up. But I'm sending this all ready to go, so I'm loosening the strings. And that is so the pressure on the top, if there's a change in temperature while shipping, it won't cause the strings to get too tight and cause too much pressure on the bridge. Now, I'm not loosening it all the way because I still want that pressure to keep the sound post in place, and I don't want the bridge to move too much. So, just in case the bridge may fall, I'm going to put padding around the bridge. So if it were to fall, it won't hurt or mark up the top of the violin. Okay, I just used some, these are shop rags that you can buy. They're nice cushion. So here I've padded the bridge. I'm gonna make it a little bit tighter. And I'm also going to pad under the tailpiece, because when a bridge falls, it can make the tailpiece hit the top of the violin really hard. So okay, so we're all padded up. If anything should happen, this should keep the top of the violin safe. Now I'm going to place it in the case, strap it down, but you can see there's a lot of wobble in here, so I like to lessen the wobble. So I'm taking more of these shop rags. And I'm padding around the base of the violin. Okay, that makes it nice and secure. Okay. Also, we have a bow rehair, so I'm going to put the bow in. And I don't want this bow to fall down and hit the violin. So I'm going to put this rubber band between the two bow spinners. And hope that will keep the bow secure. But just in case it might, I'm going to put a little protective piece of paper right here, just in the event that this bow might come loose during travel and hit the violin and then shake. It can cause scratching on the top of the violin. Just a quick story. I had a cello shipped to a competition years ago when I was first getting started. It was professionally shipped. I had it professionally packed. Well, something they didn't take into account, and which was a good lesson for me, is the cello case was rubbing on the cello. So the whole way over, and it was taken over in a truck. It rubbed the cello and actually rubbed a hole right through the varnish. So that's why I try to think about what might rub in the case and why we don't want it wiggling around. Okay, and then I send a special card to my special customers, and I'll stick that in here too. Well, I think we're ready to close up the violin, and next we'll show you how to pack it. Okay, quite often when you're trying to find a box to put your violin case in, sometimes it's cheaper to just go down to where you can find used boxes and pick out a box that's close in size and cut it down to the size you need. And here I can see they did this. That's great. It's a nice strong box, and I put some nice padding on the bottom because when I pack I like to think about what's going to happen to this violin case. Most likely it can be dropped from 2-3 story height, drop down. You never know what they're going to do with this case, so I want padding on the bottom. This is the perfect size because we can put padding on both sides. I'm putting it on the sides of the case. Okay, just a little more so that this violin will have a nice cushioned ride. And I'll tape this up. Next, I'm going to call the owner of the violin and make sure he's aware that it's coming, which he probably is aware, but just double checking. And if you don't want your violin to be left somewhere, you can add required signature, and that way they can't deliver it unless you sign for it. So we'll probably do that with this box. So I'll see you later. And you know, I just go ahead and put the tape right over the printing on the label because I have seen packages where the label probably rubbed on the floor of the truck and it rubs off the address. So cover the whole label with tape. I try to remove any old stickers so it doesn't come back to me. And just add a few of these over around the box. You can hope and pray that they will. Okay, it's all ready to go. Lots of warnings all around the box, and we're going to ship it out. If any of you want to ship your violin I found out that it costs the same to ship it out here as it does to ship it. I had customers from Southern California who would ship up to Sacramento, and now it's the same cost shipping from Southern California to Sacramento as it is to ship from Kentucky to California. It's the same cost to ship from Kentucky to California. So, no matter where you are in the United States, feel free to send your instruments here for repair. Just comment below if you'd like me to repair your instrument, and I can do that. Okay, you guys, we're in the candle room, and this wall is empty. We've got a blank space here. We're taking a pause in making instruments, and we got to get our pictures up on the wall. Okay, it's the end of the week, and we're still not done though. Down here we have a wagon load ready to go out. We've got our little violin players, and we're going to do a display table with the Chamber of Commerce, so I'll be showing you that shortly. The display table, so there's only one left there. This violin is going to go to the display. That's our violin in the white. This room has now been finished as far as decorating. So starting over here, this is the wall for all you famous customers, the Wall of Fame. So if you don't see your picture up here and you want it up here, then please feel free to send it, and I'll put it up here. And then over on this wall are all my awards and certificates and letters of recommendation. I had a table set up at the Eastern Kentucky University. It's called a City Fest, where the city is invited to visit the different businesses in the area. So we'll take a look here.
Talking about you. I know, I said I think Josh is going to stop come up with it later. Oh, yeah. Okay. You did work like a internship with just Habitat. We saw you on the train that they have to go through. Yeah.
Vayehi devar Hashem el Yirmiyahu Lomor. Hine ani Hashem Elohei kol basar, hamimeni yipolei kol devar. And the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah, saying, Behold, I am Hashem, or the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too wonderful or too hard or too marvelous for me? Well, thank you all so much for watching, for your thumbs up and your comments. And until next time, God bless you. Bye. Here's the weather outside. We got beautiful skies, and the lawn just got mowed yesterday. We had a huge rain, and now everything is beautiful.